Our next topic of the day, guys, is going to be talking about the Gears of War movie. So, of course, guys, Gears 6, Gears 7, as well as a Gears of War film have all been confirmed. So, of course, coming off of Gears 5, it's very exciting because we got Gears 5, we got Gears Pop, as well as Gears Tactics. And so now, with the Gears of War movie set that's going to be, coming out at some point or another in the future because it has been confirmed, I want to give you guys a little bit of my wish list and the things that I would like to see out of this movie. And will it be like kind of a standalone movie, or are they gonna try to make a trilogy out of it? What are they kind of planning on doing? So let's talk about it. So this article, guys, was written by Games Radar, and it was written by Bradley Russell. The Gears of War movie will be set in an alternate reality, but will still be on Sera and involve certain characters. The Gears of War movie won't follow the story of the games. So right off the bat, guys, right when it says that tells me I'm very glad that it's not going to follow the same story. I want them to like kind of explore other parts of, whether it's Sera, different, times in history that we could be seeing here in this movie. But I just want them to kind of stay away from kind of sticking to a formula that would be the games, because we already know the story of the game. So let's try something else. I think there's so much more to explore, and I keep saying that about the games as well. Let's keep exploring this world, and I want the same thing out of the movies, or I should say just movie at this point. Let's see. So Detective Pikachu and a few others aside, the list of best video game movies reads like a showcase of subpar efforts and controller smashing box office bombs. The Gears of War movie is hoping to change that, and it's planning to do so in a couple of very interesting and potentially divisive ways. For one thing, the Gears movie isn't going to simply retrace the steps of the Gears of War games, and for another, it's going to be set in an alternate reality away from the events of the series. But don't worry, it sure sounds like the things that has made Gears so wildly popular will still be present. No word on chainsaws yet, though. During an interview with IGN, the Coalition's Rod Ferguson has allowed a first peek behind the curtain at the process behind the Gears of War movie. He reveals that in order for the movie to be successful, it has to be a great movie first and a Gears movie second. Basically, the way that we sort of reconciled that was we said, oh, the movie should be an alternate reality. So I like how this sounds right off the bat. I like that they're kind of staying away from the games, of course. Sure, adding in things that make Gears Gears, but, kind of maybe some completely new characters, things of that nature. I would absolutely love that. So the Gears movie probably won't be an exercise in fan service and box ticking to hit all the beats on what a Gears of War film should look like. Ferguson feels that separating the game and movie worlds is crucial, saying the Gears of War movie should not be dependent on the game story, nor should it influence the game's story. Of course, if you completely divide things up, you're going to get a movie about a bunch of burly men with little to no necks mowing down Locust left, right, and center. Entertaining up to a point, but it ain't Gears. Thankfully, it is implied during the interview that the hallmarks of the series will remain intact. Certain characters will still appear, and the movie will still be set on Sera. The rest, however, isn't set in stone. That gives the Gears movie some much-needed creative license in the same way that the MCU isn't beholden to the comic history of its characters. If the Coalition can fire on all cylinders, a certain Electric Mouse may have some grisly, blood-soaked competition. So what I'm going to say about this, guys, is, as far as my personal wish list for the Gears of War movie, which it looks like, guys, when are we going to see this? It's hard to say. I'll have to make a video on, when we might see the movie. It sounds like it's in very early development still. I would say we'll probably see it within the next couple of years, maybe 2 to 3 years is probably when we would start seeing stuff about it, like trailers and things of that nature. But what I will say is this, the things that I want to personally see, I love that this is going to be a movie that's going to be set in an alternate reality, but still on Sera. We're going to be exploring that in a movie format instead of a game format. And I like that there's going to be certain characters. I would really like to see them go, new characters completely. Kind of like with Star Wars when we had, the prequels, and then, of course, when they had, the sequel trilogy in Star Wars. it really felt nice and refreshed because you had some, characters that we knew about, but a lot of them were new. And so I want that as well in this one. I don't want Marcus Phoenix to be the main character in this movie. I want it to be other characters, new people that we have no idea about and things. And maybe if Marcus is there, that's awesome. But I just want new people overall. And, like I said, I want this to be kind of its own thing, be very original. And that's what I think would really make this movie maybe be a really big hit as far as a movie's concerned. Because yes, video games being turned into movies have really not done well at this point. I mean, we look at movies like Assassin's Creed, Max Payne, Warcraft. Even though I liked Warcraft, a lot of people did not like it. So, that's the thing about this. You got to kind of deal with things very delicately. You got to make it a really good movie first, and a Gears movie second. Rod Ferguson's kind of hitting all those check boxes. But yeah, there's been so many opportunities for video games being made into movies, and there being massive amounts of opportunity, but it just really hasn't worked out at this point. The other thing is, a lot of people were saying they want to see Dave Bautista in this series. I don't know, guys. I mean, I would be down to see Dave Bautista as a character, but not like the main character. I would much rather him be like, one of the characters in it, but I just don't really want to see him as the main character. I think it would kind of somewhat actually hurt the movie a little bit, just because we've never really seen Dave Bautista be a lead actor in a movie that's a big budget like Guardians of the Galaxy or something. He's just he's a side character, and so I don't really want to see him as the main character. I would actually just like to see no-name actors and actresses, and we kind of start to really almost fall in love with these new actors and actresses or characters. I would really like to see that. Sure, having familiar faces like Dave Bautista or, The Rock and other guys like that certainly helps, kind of promote the movie a lot, which would be really good. But at the same time, I don't think you have to have one of the biggest actors or actresses out there to, kind of take the role of some of these characters. But I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. I mean, the Gears of War movie, guys, it's been confirmed, but what do you guys all think about it? What's your wish list? What are the things that you would like to see out of this movie? I'd love to hear from all of you.